This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Hi everyone, many of you will know John. John's literally my biggest contributor to the channel and has been for many years, and in fact I don't think there's ever been anyone who's actually contributed more. He drives for a living. I don't know actually what John does or what he delivers, but I do know he drives a van, and honestly his standard of driving is excellent. So these clips are all about John. In this clip we've obviously got the cyclist, but notice John's speed in the bottom of the screen. He's ensuring that the cyclist is going to be below 10 miles an hour before he passes and crosses the solid line. That was nicely timed, but we've now got another couple a bit further up, and notice the view that we've got. It's not brilliant. So John, as normal, shows his patience and just holds back. You can tell John's watching his speed as well as the cyclist and the view ahead. Yes, they've dropped below 10, but the view wasn't good enough. And now that they've moved out to the right hand side, it's an easy one. He's just going to let them finish. Although John delivers all over the country and must be pressed for time, he never shows impatience when he drives. Top class, mate. The vehicle that we're looking out for here is the black Hyundai at the front of the queue, about to enter the roundabout. They've got a right signal on. Watch how quickly John fixes it. I always say that good drivers can fix other people's mistakes. This is a good example of just because the car in front's gone over the line, you shouldn't just follow. People following John must think, why is that van driver moving out? Well, it's only because he's got better anticipation than the majority of people. Another skill that John does better than most is appreciating what he can't see. Now, I know there's been some warning signs, but this is superb, and it is appreciated by the guy on the left. Watch him put his thumb up. John also renames his clips, and it's useful for me because it gives me an insight into what he's thinking. This one was called Go Around, He Might Want the Junction, and this shows an excellent understanding of the dangers of undertaking. See whether you can spot what John spotted. Why has he moved out? Ah, the lorry. Watch the lorry driver's reaction. Lovely. Would you have held back from overtaking the lorry in this situation? If not, you've got a lot to learn, because doing that at that time reduced risk and gave everyone more options. Perfect. In this clip, John criticised himself. He actually called himself a plonker for not working this out sooner. I just think he was being really harsh on himself. There's a lay-by a little touch further which can't be seen, and someone pulls out. And I think John manages this situation, which is dangerous, expertly. Tell me what you think. John's observation skills are excellent. Watch how quickly he picks up on this little clue from the cyclist. He's already onto it. He knows where the cyclist wants to go. He also clearly understands that holding back and letting a cyclist turn as he's just done is unlikely to lengthen your journey time. A nice wide overtake as well, John. John's well aware of how vulnerable cyclists can be, especially poor ones. John uses a lot of the skills that I try and push across to all my learners, and in fact, across my channel. This is perfect. I always say, 2 cars in the middle of the junction will do, don't go and make the third one. Does anyone else do this? Here's another example of John fixing someone else's mistake. I think the van coming the opposite direction was a little quick. What do you think? This clip is quite short but simple. Watch when the van appears to the left hand side out of the junction, how John slows until he's certain he's been seen. Reduces risk perfectly. This is quite difficult to pick out on dashcam, however the spot of the guy stood near the central reservation was amazing. And it was a good job as well. Notice how John's speeds come right down. The gantry information after the event did make me chuckle. Pretty pointless, what do you think? This clip was called "It Will Be the White Truck." Does your driving work in a similar way? I've already mentioned in this video that John's really aware of when he can't see far that there could be dangers. And this clip proves he knows that other people don't think in his way. This is a great shout, quite quickly done as well. He sees the lorry and stops on a bend, so he can be seen by all the traffic approaching behind. Perfect. In this clip, it's not just John that's doing some nice driving. This is quite strange in everyone's cooperation for best flow. It's nice to see though, and John obviously is going to take part. John uses his scanning abilities to good effect here. Look at the nice warning from the lorry driver on the left. I'm sure John goes down roads like this sometimes just to test himself. Mundane's no fun for John. But seriously mate, thank you so much for all your support, and all these videos that you're constantly sending in show amazing examples of how people should be doing things on the road. Top class.
Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives where millions come together to take their next step in their creative journey. Every human was born to create and learn, and Skillshare allows you the opportunity to explore your creativity by offering classes on graphic design, photography, web development, and my favourite, film and video. I've been continuing my learning from Ali Abdal's Final Cut Pro 10 classes, but what if you would like to get into video editing and you haven't chosen this particular software? Perhaps you've got Adobe's Premiere Pro. Well, this doesn't matter because Skillshare has got you covered. There are hundreds of ad-free classes that you can work through at your own pace. You can even choose the class level and the class length, so the learning is tailored to you. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click on the link in the description are going to get 1 month free trial of Skillshare, so you can start exploring your creativity.